What's shaking and baking today? Thanks for dropping in. Thanks for letting me drop in. I got another video for you today. The videos are talking about should I get me a CDL? And before I start, let me just say this is videos for entertainment only. This is my opinion. These are the experiences that I have experienced in my life, and maybe it'll help someone. If you already got a CDL and you got all the experience you need, this may not be the video for you. But if you just getting out the gate, man, maybe getting out of high school, or maybe you've been working in another field, maybe you've been a police officer, maybe you've been a lawyer. That's not too far fetched. I've heard it happen before. And you just want to do something different. I just want to bring this video in the middle of all these other videos that I'm going to be making. To look at some scenarios, because a CDL is a business that needs to be funded, and when you're doing it, you're going to inquire some expense. So that may be something you need to think about, unless you're going to work for a company that has trucks, and you're going to lease you're going to work for them and drive their truck. You're going to be a hourly employee, or some type of way you're going to get into a lease purchase program. It just depends. There's all kinds of different scenarios out there. Like I said, the truck industry has changed a lot. But I just want to talk about something on this video, man. Some of my experiences that I've had, in the past. When I first got out the gate, man, got out of high school, thinking about trucking, thinking about which direction I wanted to go in. Did I want to go to college? I just want to go into the workforce, just start working. I had all those things in my head, man, when I started, and I tried all of them. I went to college 2 years, man. I didn't graduate college. I went to college 2 years. I didn't get my diploma, but I experienced college, And sometimes I think, man, I could have probably did something. I was going to be a draft engineer, and I still got some of that old tools that I used in college when I was going to college. You got to learn the basics at first, and then you gotta go from there. Interesting it was, but it just wasn't for me. And I dropped out of college because I started working, and I started making more money working. And I was like, wow, shoot, I'm making money. I didn't start driving. I started working for when I was in college. I started working for this pipe yard. They threaded pipes. And I was testing them with this big metal. Had one guy on the other end of the pipe, and I was on this end of the pipe. And we would put these big old thread caps on each end, and they would force pressure through them to see if the threads that they had cut wouldn't leak. And I did that, man. One thing I got out of that was got a whole bunch of muscles. That's the only thing I got out of that. But I learned something in that. That just was one of the jobs I had. I went from there. I sold parts. I worked at auto parts stores, warehouse work. I figured out none of this stuff was for me, I figured out real fast that that's not what I wanted to do. And I had this one job where I worked in a warehouse, and they had a bobtail. They needed somebody to go to Dallas and pick up the product that we used to make the thread protectors that we were making and selling. I was still in kind of like the oil field industry back then, and so they needed somebody to drive the truck back and forth to Dallas. Here I am, hear me. And so I started driving bobtail. That's what kind of got me on fire, because I like being out. I was like, okay, this is okay, But I had to experience all of that. Sometimes you got to experience stuff before you can, do it. Some people listen to other people's experience, and they say, okay, I want to do that. I know what I want to do. I want to do this right here. But I slowly got into trucking. I drove concrete trucks, man. I used to drive truck for this company called Pioneer Concrete. They don't exist anymore. I think somebody bought them out. They used to haul 12 yards of concrete, 7 yards of concrete, and that stuff be moving in the back, man. You got to know how to drive that truck. And so, that got me into driving the big rigs. And eventually after that, I just was a 1099 worker. I owned my own trucks the whole time. And so, like I said, now I'm retired. So when you think about comparison of how much money you can make, I know people that have went to college And my youngest daughter just graduated college, and I supported her. I supported her because she got her grades right before she went, and she wanted to go. And so I supported her financially. I supported her with all my efforts and my strength. My wife and I, and my other daughters, we supported her, and she got a degree. And now she's only been graduate. She's been out of school only 3 months, so like something like that. Maybe not that long, maybe 2 months. But she got a diploma, and now she's putting her resumes. And I hope that she gets something in her field. But that don't stop you from starting your own grind when you get out of college. You got the paper, whatever that degree that you have, you can start your own online business in that field and start working. I encourage that with my daughter. Sometimes experience is the best teacher. And so, sometimes life has to happen to make that thing happen. And then it just starts happening organically. It just starts happening organically. So, I want to bring that out a little bit because, that's what a lot of people are. They're thinking like that, um, right now, as far as what they should do. And things are expensive now, man. Everything's high now. This is election season. I'm thinking after election season, things are gonna, if we get the right president, things are gonna loosen up a bit. Because right now they just all out of whack, all out of whack. It's crazy. But I got hope. We always got hope, and hope things are gonna get better. So anyway, saying this, I don't want the video to be too long. I'm already at 6 minutes. Um, you got any comments? You can share any thoughts, ideas. But I want to kind of run over that a little bit. As opposed to, you don't. Time is the only thing you don't have a lot of. You know, you know, it's like a vapor. It appears for a little while and then it's gone. Life is like that. It appears for a little while and then it's gone. That's how life is. That's what the Bible talks about. So, you know, that's what our life is. It's just a vapor, man. And then once you get older, you can't get the time back that you spent trying to figure out all this stuff. Just like if you're gonna invest as you're working, you're gonna put your money in a 401k or some other financial device to grow your money. You want to start it when you're earlier, because the more time you have for your money to grow, the more money you're gonna have when you get ready to retire, or you decide you want to retire. So trucking also. I want to put this in there. If you are going to be a 1099, you're going to own your own equipment and stuff like that. You're not going to have You're not going to have a pension. You're not going to have a pension. You're going to have to put your money aside yourself. You're going to have to find you a 401k or some other device to put your money in so it'll grow. Because you're not going to have a pension. At the end of the day, somebody that works for a company, they're going to have a pension. Because money's going to be set aside. Maybe the company's going to match what you put in. They're going to match you 1-for-1 or something, or 401k or something. You're going to have some type of device where you're going to have some money that you're going to be retired off of. But being a trucker and a 1099, you got to set it up yourself. You got to put some money aside. And another thing is to have you more than one bank account. Always have you more than one bank account. Your credit union, have your bank account. Have you more than one bank account? You have 3 or 4 bank accounts. There's some money in all of them. You keep money in all of them, credit union, whatever. That way you can always have some money somewhere. And plus, if you're going to have a truck, if you plan on doing a 1099, you're going to have you a line of credit somewhere. It would be good to have your line of credit, that revolving line of credit, where you can pay it down, you can use it, pay it down, you can use it. But I guarantee you, if you're going to be a 1099 driver, and we'll talk a little bit about that in the next video, you're going to break down somewhere. And everything costs more. Everything costs more when you're on the road. To get fixed, to get a tire, and especially to get towed. So, and every time you come in off a trip, you're inspecting your truck. You get you a good mechanic, he come by, hey man, fix this hose. It looks like it's going to leak, it's going to bust the next time I leave you. Fix that. And these trucks, they can break down at any time. You can fix something and it still break down. but at least you know, uh, to jump on stuff and be proactive. A good truck is like a good woman. You know what it needs. You know what it needs. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all may not. But if you got a mama, you don't have a woman yet, then you know what she needs. You know what she wants you to do. You do what she keep her happy. You do what she tell you to do. You know, and I'm not saying you gotta do everything they tell you to do, but I'm just saying, you know, keep an eye on that truck. But anyway, that's a video. It's been 10 minutes. I just wanted to drop this video, and maybe get somebody to think. I know there's gonna be some people that's gonna say stuff that, hey, and there's always some trolls, but that's okay. That's okay. A free country. That's one thing about our life is a free country. We got a constitution. You can say anything you want. We have a constitution in this country. You got the right to say whatever you want to say. It's all good. Okay, so anyway, God bless you guys, man. It's a working man. I'm signing out, man. Copy that, man. Tenfold. I'm out.